we publish this rapid growth markets forecast on a quarterly basis. We launched it several years ago in the context of what was happening in the Eurozone in particular and the global economy more generally. A lot more interest in emerging markets, of course, because those were seen as being the growth engine in a context of a global slowdown. We use the term rapid growth markets because we believe it's a more positive term, a better descriptor, let's just say, because many of those markets, certainly the likes of China, Brazil, India, Russia, many would argue that they have already emerged. So we feel that the term rapid growth markets was a better fit. And we've used quite a broad definition by which to determine the 25 rapid growth markets that form part of our portfolio that we've now monitored over the last few years to see how they're performing on an ongoing basis. It's partly about growth and partly about growth potential, but it's also partly about how strategic they are, particularly for business and for investors, given their regional positioning. So there's quite a spread of markets. From an African perspective, we include South Africa in that mix of 25. We include Ghana and Nigeria in that mix of 25, as well as Egypt. And then there's a range of other markets from various other parts of the world. It's quite interesting. When we started it, of course, the Eurozone was in a real slump. The US was in a slump. In fact, most of the developed world was in a real slump. And as I said, the emerging markets or the rapid growth markets were seen as the emerging growth engine for the global economy. And it's been interesting to track those developments over the last few years from a lot of exuberance and capital flows really shifting from developed markets to emerging markets. And more recently, with the relative uptick in the US and the relative downtick in some of the key emerging markets like China, like India, more question marks being asked about whether the growth in these emerging markets or these rapid growth markets is sustainable. So our report this time around takes a deeper look at where the rapid growth markets currently are in the context of the global economy, whether they have been overhyped, what the outlook in terms of what their growth outlook is. And we've done an economic risk analysis of all 25 rapid growth markets, benchmarking the likely risk scenario from an economic and a financial system perspective, given where they are today.